So Aaron, I watch you play some tennis on the Tennis Troll channel, and first of all, really good game, and gutsy to play on camera. What does that feel like to go out there and play your matches on camera?
It's the first time I'd ever done it, so the first time I'd ever seen myself on camera. Wasn't self-conscious about it all. To be fair, the first match I played on camera when I played Tennis Troll was one of my best matches of the year. So that
yeah,
was
you
nice.
played great.
Unfortunately, my second one was less satisfactory. But no, it feels fine. I don't even think about the camera when the match is going on.
That's awesome. That's a good skill to have. Now, as far as your game and what you think your strengths and your weaknesses are, what do you think about your game?
Kind of typical American, right? I have a stronger forehand, and the backhand and serving motion have always been kind of unnatural to me.
Okay.
I have a feeling I'll win a lot of matches with athleticism, which is great now, but down the road I'll probably lose a little bit of that. So, I don't know. I still make too many errors. I'm not great at the net. There's a lot of room for improvement.
Okay, a lot of room. The thing that I want to work on the most today, if you're cool with it, is the serve. I understand that you played baseball growing up, and I think especially if we can translate some of the ideas from baseball to your serve, we can develop a much bigger serve. What do you think about that?
I've been told that, and it's never translated. You would think I was a pitcher. I pitched in college for 1 year, and it never translated.
Well, this is gonna be fun then, because I talk about the baseball pitch a lot when I teach a serve, and you can maybe even tell me what I'm saying right, and if there's some things I'm saying wrong, but we can work together and see what we can do. What do you think?
Sounds good.
All right, cool. Okay, so you said that your serve is actually something you've been struggling with.
Yeah.
And you've also said, people said because you're a baseball pitcher that it'd be an easy transition, but it hasn't been.
It never really felt that way, no.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You didn't feel it would be easy, or?
Oh, it's just never been easy.
It's just never been easy, yeah. Okay. What have been some of the main tips that people have given you to improve your serve? Do you remember? Like where they say is wrong with it?
Lack of effort and a bad ball toss.
Uh-huh. Okay. When you say lack of effort, what does lack of effort mean?
Slowing the swing down.
Okay.
Just trying to keep it in.
All right, cool. What I want you to do, and then we'll talk about it, is I think actually hearing that, we're gonna do great today. Warm up some serves, and then we're gonna talk about what I think we should be focused on.
All right.
Okay? So just warm up at your own pace, how you would, like if you're gonna pretend you're preparing for a match. So try not to crush the serves. Start deuce side. Good. Good. So I like about the serve, it's got a lot of nice kick and spin to it. Awesome. Okay, so that's actually enough. So what I'm seeing and what I saw, and let me know if things ever get bad, like sometimes we get the yips, but what I saw in the match and what I saw here is that you don't have the biggest serve, but it looks like you can get in consistently now and with a good amount of spin. Would you say it's fair?
Better. But I'll under pressure, I'll still just dink it in as opposed to going for a second serve.
Uh-huh. You get a little nervous to accelerate and put all that spin on it. Is that what happens?
I don't trust that it'll go in.
Okay. All right, cool.
And especially on the deuce side, if it sits up at all, it's a hanging curveball.
Uh-huh.
And I can't, and right-handers, forehands will kill it.
Okay, okay. So
I've never learned a slice serve.
Oh, we can totally get a great slice serve going today too. Now, what I want to work first of all though, and then you can decide if it's going to take the time to invest in it or not. Like you said, you like to play a lot, you don't get to practice a lot. So this would take some time.
Yeah.
But what I'm seeing, and let's just break it down to baseball. And first, have you heard of a coach named Rick Macy? You know who he is?
Old Braves coach.
No, Rick Macy, actually the tennis coach, he coached the Williams sisters, Andy Roddick. They coached Williams sisters, Andy Roddick, Maria Sharapova, Jennifer Capriati. Anyway, he says that the biggest mistake that no one really catches, especially even a lot of teaching pros don't catch, is that a number of players bring their racket on the non-hitting side. So this would be the hitting side right here, where you're going to hit the side you're going to hit the ball, and they bring the racket too early back here, right past the skull, before they initiate the leg drive. And that's exactly what you do. And that also can cause a little bit of like a hiccup or a hitch. So if you get a little nervous, it might throw things off even more in your mind and your body. So your motion's kind of like this. You kind of go right away back here, and then you go to serve. Kind of looks like that. Okay, what we want to work on is keeping the racket on this side until the legs start to drive up. That's when that's gonna dictate the racket drop. And so imagine, you said you were a pitcher, imagine how fast you could throw the ball if you came here right away and then went to go throw. You wouldn't throw the ball very hard, right?
Okay.
Yep. So what we want to learn how to do is stay here and then release. Stay here and then release the serve. Okay? So the first thing I want to see you actually do, if it's okay with you, is actually see you throw some balls towards the fence back there.
I hurt my shoulder, man. I haven't thrown a ball in 20 years.
Oh, okay. Well, how about you throw it lightly, just so I can see the mechanics.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so you got a nice throwing motion, better than most. So you notice what you're doing there is you're basically here, and then you let it all go at one time. Where on your serve, you go past this point, and you go back here, and then this one you let it all go. So a good drill that you can do is you can have your racket waiting right here, just up here, and then when you see the ball stop, then you can tell your racket to go. So once you see your ball stop on the toss, then you're going to say to yourself, go, and just snap. Maybe here, stop, go, instead of getting here and hit. Okay?
Okay.
All right, let's see that. Yeah, you can just start right there in like a throwing position. See, that's good. All right, you got a little more power on that. Yeah. Good. Watch that toss sometimes going too far over this way. There you go. Okay, yeah, so notice your first couple of hits were what I would call through a throwing window. And your first hit or two, you really hit the ball harder than I'd seen you on video or out here. Then the toss started to drift over here too much, and also the way your body is going is falling away. So again, really slow it down and try and see if the ball's going this way. Try not to hit them right now.
Okay.
Imagine that the ball is going right through a throwing window. Try and put the ball in a throwing window. You hold here, put the ball up through the throwing window, and then go to throw through that window and you go to hit. Better. Better. That's a much bigger, that's pretty big serve. Good. Just stay up with it a little longer, looking too soon for the result. Good. Nice. Soon for the result. Good. Nice. One more. That looks good. Okay, so let's come here to the camera for a second. So, did some of those feel bigger than normal?
They felt flusher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's definitely when that toss is out there and you're holding it nicely. We can look back at video. I think you're still going here a little too soon, but it's much better. So a drill I can have you do at home is I like to tell people to when they're going to throw the ball up that they literally just practice and say to themselves, stop, stop, and they're holding the racket here. And then what you can do is when you see the ball reach the top, you can start to say to yourself, go. And that go is basically going to be to trigger your racket going. And then you just basically throw the ball up, say go, and let it go. But it's going to be something that you're not totally going to get all in one lesson. Yeah. It's going to be something you have to work on. But I can already see that the power's coming a lot bigger. Now the other thing I want to talk to you about is a lot of your balls drift over here, and I don't think you're intentionally trying to have it drift over there. Would you say that's fair? Like over your head?
No, it just does that.
It just does that. So how would you correct that? What would be the one thing maybe you could tell yourself when you see the ball going too far over that way that you don't want it to do?
You mean other than not hit it?
Other than not hit it, yeah. What would be a correction thing you could tell yourself?
I don't know.
Okay, so why the ball is going over there is you're holding onto the ball too long when that happens. So a good, again, barometer to decide when are you going to let go of the toss, try and start to feel it get to about your nose or your eyes. Once it rises above the eyes into the forehead, the ball is going to come back that way. So it's going to be something that no one tosses the ball perfect all the time. I mean, some people do. I guess Federer does. I don't think I've ever seen Federer catch a toss, which is pretty amazing. But most of us struggle with the toss. So, and your thing is you go over there. So when you see that happen, it's going to happen. Just tell yourself, okay, next time, focus on releasing the ball just a little earlier, and then it should be right there through the hitting window. So let's see if we can get more tosses kind of under control through the hitting window in this round. All right. Said you don't hit flat serves. Would you say that last serve was fairly flat, flatter than normal?
Yeah, I don't hit that serve in matches.
Okay.
I don't even think I could.
You don't even think you could?
I mean, I haven't been able to produce something like that.
Haven't been able to produce something like that. Yeah, I think you're on the right track. It looks really good so far. Let's continue a couple more with the toss and see if you can keep getting more where they are flat like that, because it's a big improvement. Yeah. I mean, that's a big serve. Good. Excellent. So I'm picking up on something else here too. That was 2 serves in a row in the net. So I want you to go out and hit baskets of serves like this, and don't think so much. Just think about the one thing we're doing now. But if you hit 2 or 3 serves in the net, then kind of let that be a warning sign. Like you hit 1 serve in the net, don't worry about it. But when you get 2, 3, or 4 in the net, then I want you to start to think, and the correction I want you to do is to practice a couple serves to where after the ball is gone, you still have your chest and your head up. And let's see if we get more height over the net with that. We're still hitting a big serve without relying to go to the spin. So let's focus on that now. The ball's going to be gone. Your chest is still going to be looking up.
But I rotate around, don't I?
Yeah, but it's okay. You can, like I have, we'll get to the slice a little later. I have a big slice serve. But what I'm focused on is I know gravity's going to win. So I'm trying to defeat gravity as long as possible. So even after that ball is gone, I'm trying to keep my chest and my head looking at the sky. Your body will still rotate around. Well, that's a great looking serve. Oh. Man, that is awesome. How'd that serve feel?
You changed the plane of something. No matter what I do, I scruff the ball.
Uh-huh.
I never hit through it, and whatever you've done here has changed the way it's, because that's all I'm not thinking about anything other than that, right?
Yeah, well, I love it. See, we've changed something. We're making a big serve. Yeah. Yeah. He's starting to go back to his pitching days. He's hitting some big ones.
My pitching mechanics were perfect at the age of 12 because I practiced it.
Yeah.
But.
So he said his pitching mechanics were perfect at age 12. And yeah, this is great.
But I've never seen myself on video serving until recently, or I've never been taught to serve.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It looks awesome, man.
I paid for a tennis lesson a couple months ago. He said, yeah, your serve's fine.
Good. So again, that sounds really good. I think we're kind of cleaning up the serve and being able to hit a bigger serve. And now it's just the two things. You're doing this excellent. Okay, so just keep doing this drill. The more you do this drill, I mean, if you're already feeling this comfortable this soon, it's very impressive. It usually takes people a lot longer to get results like you're getting. And then so you're doing this great. You don't need to think about this much, just kind of be aware of it. And then it's playing with the toss and playing with the head. Okay. That's it. Now, so you can see you can hit a big serve. I'm just gonna give you one more tip so you can, because you said it's kind of like things are changing and you're hitting bigger serves that I've been trying and you're not even sure what's going on. Now I'm gonna teach you how to hit a slice serve. So to go back from slice to flat, I just wanna give you a couple tips to really do that flat serve on purpose. So what I want you to do right now is do one of these again where you're basically being a pitcher. I want you to focus on coming here, your thumbnail is gonna be the inside, and I want you to think about flattening it out like you're hitting a hammer and a nail, and then pushing your thumb out away aggressively, which is called a pronation move. So you're really thinking about hammer and nail, flat to the ball, hitting flush against the ball, and then push the thumb away. And then once you feel that a couple times, now you'll know how to do that repeatedly, and then we can teach you how to hit a slice serve. Yep, so you came around it. That's the idea. Again. Good. That was slice with a little, it was like slice and flat. That's perfect. You feel it? Did you feel something different there?
I mean, I've tried to do this, but never successfully, so it feels better now. But.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really, really good. So you practice that. Let's give you one more drill to practice. I'll give you 3 chances to do it because I don't want to lose too many balls. But for a lot of people struggle to hit a flat ball. And something you can do is you can actually go right up to the net and you can try and spike the ball down into the ground over the fence. And if you can do that, you definitely will get the feeling of how to hit a flat serve.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll give you 3 chances to once you get one of my balls over the fence, it drill's over.
Okay.
But this is something you can do at home, even if you don't make any of these 3 over the fence. So you're literally gonna go right up here. I guess I'll sacrifice one of my balls for a YouTube video.
You don't have to get over the fence.
Yeah. Oh, you have to once you say you're gonna, that they wanna see it over the fence. So basically, this is harder than it looks for a lot of people out there watching YouTube land, is the ability to hit it, get it right in front of you hitting the ground. A lot of people, especially if they have trouble hitting the ball flat, will hit it further than they want and they just don't get it down enough to get it up. So, but if you do this, you'll definitely be able to feel what a flat serve feels like that, okay?
Okay.
So you got 3 tries. Good, not bad. So he's got to snap even sooner. That was a spinny ball. Close. So you can see, you just practice that.
Okay.
And I can tell that your mechanics are good enough that you will be able to figure that out, okay? And your first one, you hit actually it was fairly flat. You just accelerated too late, so it went deeper than you wanted it to.
Okay.
But you practice that, you're gonna learn that flat serve. That was part 1 of my serve lesson with Aaron. He did amazing. Give him a thumbs up, give it a like, comment below, let me know any questions you have. We're gonna come back here relatively soon within the next 3 to 5 days with part 2, which will be the slice serve lesson. And Again, Aaron did an amazing job learning that too. We had balls flying way off the court, hitting the corners. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this content, and definitely like and consider subscribing to this channel. If you love tennis and you want to see more instruction like this, then you're in the right place. So like the video, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of my new videos coming out on YouTube. Take care and have a great day. Thanks so much for watching.